How's it going, YouTube? This is Vaughn, and today's topic is strong, independent black woman. I wanted to bring up this topic today because I'm starting to see a lot of commercials out there where you're showing, most of these commercials show a black woman, and it comes on, she says, hey, my name is this, I'm a single parent, but I've accomplished this. Now, my question is, why is this being singled only to black women? Why aren't they making commercials with white women coming out to say this? Why are they making commercials with Asian women coming out to say this? And every other race, nobody's really trying to claim this strong, independent mindset that they're pushing. And I see it as a big problem in our community because when you look at those that are excelling here in the United States, right, such as Asian Americans, right, 85% of them come up in a household with both parents that are married. White people, 74% of them come out of a household where both parents are married. Hispanics, I believe, is 61%. And then when it comes to African Americans, we're down to about 36%. What is it that can be celebrated about being a strong, independent woman when that only benefits you, but is detrimental to your child? I'm trying to understand this. And why isn't anybody stepping up to say, why are you pushing this agenda on the African Americans or blacks here in the United States? All right? We all know what happens because now when we talk about single parent households, especially within the black community, we're referring to women because a vast majority of that is going to be women. We fail to tackle talking about absent fathers or fathers that aren't included in the household and the effects that it could have on the children, both young men and young women. We all know that 90% of those that run away from homes don't have a father in the household, okay? A good percentage of those, a large majority of those in prison come from households that don't have fathers. A large majority of those with mental issues come from households that don't have fathers. It's a whole vast amount of problems and issue comes from fatherless homes. But yet, they're pushing this so hard on us. You're a strong, independent black woman. You don't need no black man. Okay, beautiful, strong, independent. Clap, 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 clap. How does that benefit your children? What good is that doing for your children? Do you question that? And what exactly is the definition of a strong, independent black woman? Okay, because a good majority of people in the U.S., period, don't make enough money to be strong and independent. They're going to need some form of assistance, whether it comes from the government, whether it comes from having a husband, whether it comes from having a roommate. Only a very small percentage of those within the United States make enough money to claim to be strong and independent, but yet they're driving this, they're pushing this, they're pushing this. Many in the black community are pushing this agenda. Oh, I'm a CEO. No, you're not a CEO. You're a business owner. You're a sole proprietorship. That's what you fall under. You are not a CEO, but everybody's carrying this CEO agenda with them. And yet we're forgetting what's most important in our community. That is the children. We're not doing what's best for our children. We're doing what's best for us on an independent level. If you're a single woman making, say, under $70,000 to $80,000 a year, you're not independent. You're going to need help. If you're a single parent, even with one child making under $70,000, you're going to need help. You are not independent. You are dependent upon something, upon someone. So why is our community being targeted with this strong, independent mindset? It makes absolutely no sense to me. We see the formula. We see those that are progressing in the United States follow a formula. That formula is marriage. That formula is two-parent household. That formula is community. They build within their community. We're the only community that you have every other race of people could come into, build, and live off of us. You could never go into another community and start a business in that community. It would not be allowed. Why? Because they take family first, they take community first. They don't push strong and independence. I saw another report where it said business ownership is growing in the United States and is being pushed by black women. I give claps to that. That's a beautiful thing. But did they also tell you that the Biden administration promised $10 billion over 10 years to black women to start businesses? Now, doing so, what does that do with the black men in the community? Those that we say are targeted by the police or targeted by social constructs, whatever the case may be. Where does that leave those black men? Well, it creates a system as to where you're going to have more black women that are doing good, and you're going to have black men that aren't doing so well, which is now going to disrupt the whole concept of forming a family. The majority of the United States still lives under two-parent households, okay? And that's why everyone's seceding, and that's why we're failing. There's no other sense in trying to change that. That's why we are failing. We're not forming families. We're not forming communities, all right? Nobody else is claiming they're strong and independent. No, they rely on their other halves. They rely on their husbands. They rely on their long-term relationship partners. Everyone's relying on each other, but yet we as a black community, they're pushing our women to say, oh, we're stronger and independent and we don't need our black men. That's got to stop. It's not taking us anywhere. It's not going to take us anywhere. It's only going to continue in the destruction of our communities and the destruction of our families. The psychological problems that our younger women go through that don't have fathers in the households could range anywhere from, as I said earlier, depression, behavioral problems. And this is something that starts off through their youth and continues into their adulthood. That's why we're having problems in our relationships, because we've had things happen to us in our youth that have transferred over to our adulthood. You have young black men that are being raised mainly by women. And my question to that is that how can you raise something that you are not? We as men have to learn from our fathers. It's not fair that the women are attempting to teach men how to be men. That's like me attempting to teach a woman how to be a woman. I can't. I don't know what it is to be a woman. I don't know what it is to give birth. I don't know what it is to go through a menstrual cycle. I don't know what it is to think psychologically like a woman. It's not in me. So our women also have to look at it as to, you don't know, you're looking at this young male child that you have. You're attempting to be the sole teacher of this young male child, but you cannot identify with this young male child. You don't understand what this young male child goes through, what his thinking process is. You could possibly try to substitute and teach them, but it just doesn't work out majority of the times. Your role as a mother in your son's life is very important during the early stages, those early years. But the father is the one that teaches that son how to move or prepare for life. All right? We are critical of our young sons because we want the best. The way we interact with our young sons is a preparation for life. We teach them that the world is tragic, the world isn't fair, there's no such thing as a safe space. This is what we as men teach our young sons. We teach them how to adjust to the tragedies of life, how to adjust to the problems you're going to face in life, and how to move forward and become a better man. And by you becoming a better man, you can now become a better husband for a wife, or a better father for your own kids once you move on. But these lessons come from men, always have come from men, and must remain coming from men. Other than that, we create a whole new subset of young men that don't know what it is to have that interaction with their father. So now once they do run into a father figure or a authoritative type figure, it's a problem. They don't know how to take it. They don't know how to adjust to it. They want to run back to a safe space that we're so much promoting in our community. I want to bring up more subjects. I want to talk about more things that's going on. Again, this is Vaughn. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and help me build up my subscriber base. And we need to start opening up this discussion and getting it right so that we can become better people here in the United States. Have a good day. Bye.